Boom, and we're live. LFCTV with your boy saying, you know what time it is? It's that time. It's that LFC chat show time. I'm here with a bagger man like I always am, and we're gonna go straight into it. You know what I mean? Hope you lot are doing well, and we'll be back. All right, let's go. Boom, and we're back, man. Welcome back to the Say LSC Show's episode 7. We're keeping it going, and we got some topics. And I'm here, like always, with some guests. I got some regulars. I got a debutante. You know how I do. So let me kick it with my guy. You know, my right hand man. Well, go on, Finners. What you saying?
Playing you good, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Coming with the energy today. We got a big fixture tomorrow. Big fixture.
Oh, yeah, big fixture. We got a big fixture later on. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I can finally watch some football that I'm not even involved in and actually enjoy it. Like, you know, them way there. But we'll get into that. Boom. Moving on nicely. He's pretty much a regular now. You know them way there. My brother. Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? Just have to
smooth like butter.
Just have to sprinkle. Oh, you see the hair like, oh, you got sprinkle the sauce on it. Sprinkle the sauce on it, man.
Let me catch that.
You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle it.
Oh God. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Can't complain, man. Can't complain. Another day, another stream. You already know what it is.
All right. It is what it is. And then boom, moving on very nicely to my guy. I talk to this guy literally every day, man. So, but he's a debutant on the channel. Boom. My guy G, what's going on, bro? From Scousers in London, bro. Talk to me.
How you guys doing? I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm very, very well, man. Listen, before we get into it, let's do some housekeeping. If you lot are new here, boom, come on, subscribe. We're getting there. We're chugging on the way to 400, so we're getting there. Make sure everyone's in the description. So make sure you're hitting my guy Monts. It's big Six Bants. Hey, listen. There's some Arsenal corn on there that you lot need to go and see. And yeah, this guy's he's doing bits. And make sure you're hopping over to G right now. You get me? Then you're going over to Scousers in London because we're there. You get me? Boom, man. Them, we're here nicely. Let me shout everyone inside. Demo, come on. You know every time in here early. What's going on? And Jasmine, what's going on? What's up? I see you. Finish getting the love. Demo saying wagwan. Andy, I see you. What's going on, my guy? Good. All right. How's everyone doing today?
Nervous.
Happy, nervous. What are you saying, Finners?
Living la vida, bro. Living la vida.
Cheese. Yeah. All
living
right.
your crazy life.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, we're gonna start into it. Let's look back quickly. Boy, that was a mad one, isn't it? That was a mad one against Villa. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to both Finners and G kind of through it. It was mad, bro. That game was mad. What was your take, G?
It was one of them games, man. Like, we won, so I'm happy, but it's the same. Like I said to you, without swearing, it's the same-ish, different day. Yeah, I'm trying to say it's like same passing, same running, same movement, same everything we're doing is the same thing. So yeah, we're good. Obviously, we've got the quality to win the game, but this football, what's this, man? Come on, man. We've been doing the same thing, year in, year out, playing the same way, bro. We need to change it up. It's just going to be a boring thing next season. So, lucky.
All right. I hear you. Monts?
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Same stuff. But obviously, this time usually I say we're all breasts, no back. Now we're just no back and no breasts. We're just neither right now. Like, you know,
just there, yeah.
Lamppost, straight up lamppost.
More time I say we got the face to go with it, but Klopp ain't even doing a great job. So it's just like, well,
yeah, it's all techy,
you know, like, yeah, we're not really attracting the finest right now. You want to be attracting the Kanes and the Haalands right now, but where's the breast and back to back it up? You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really mean to speak in poetry today, but you know what I'm saying? That's not the nervy right
I
now.
Like it. It's a Mandem edition. You know the ones that I choose very selective, but I thought, yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. You know the ones real good today. So yeah,
So
no, sorry, finish.
No, that was it. That was it. I was like, yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
That was all right. We're gonna go into it. Don't worry. Finish. What are you telling me, man? What was your thoughts on it?
Madness, you know. Do you know what? I'm glad that they played that defensive three in midfield, you know, because that gave the protection to Trent and Robbo. And do you know what? I see the EPL's team of the week, brother. And for the first time in God knows how long, both the wing backs made the team sheet. I'm like, surely that's something to do with a midfield cover, because that gives them the opportunity to just fly up, bomb up. You see Trent's involvement in the second half, obviously bagged that mad tight angle goal. Inshallah, what a finish, bruv. And Robbo in the first half just tearing it up, switching the play. He looked like he was back to the finest. So you know how it is, man. We did get lucky in that game. Again, we had our differences. Obviously, that ridiculous offside call. What do you make of that? What do you guys make of that offside call?
We'll get into that. We'll get into that, bruv. We'll get into that. I think personally, right, I want to come over with a different angle, because I want to pick up Demo's point. Demo said, I actually thought that the football was good first half. And to be fair, so did I. I thought that first half, I was like, bro, we're on them. If anything, I just thought it was, in terms of what G said, in terms of the same old, I would attribute that to lack of finishing, lack of clinical edge, which I think that has been us from Wade. We've just always made a lot more chances and people have been in better forms. But even in their better forms, you couldn't really tell me that Salah's clinical. Do you know what I mean? Or man, do you know what I mean? They're not an Aguero or a, do you know what I mean? Or a Haaland or whatever. Just what I'm saying. And I think it's getting worse. And that's what I thought in the first half. I thought, wow, these lot are gonna bang. They punished us. Oh man! But I thought we were playing them off the park, though. Do you know them ones there in terms of like the chances and like the transition was a little bit better. It wasn't so like, do you know what I mean? So laborious. That's what I mean. I'm gonna kick it to you. Monts looks like he wants to stab me, so I'm gonna go that way first. Then you know what? I'm not. He literally looks like he's like brother. Yo, what you saying? Rebuttal that.
I don't think we played that well. Like, I think we played okay. Like we played all right. But to me, it was just like that was for me every other Anfield performance in the last 7 games. There was no difference. We've been better than most teams that we played in them 6 losses. Maybe apart from even Everton, like now that I'm thinking about it, that game, you see that pattern that we do where we create loads of half chances, and the one clear-cut chance isn't one that we've made. It's a defensive error. We didn't create that chance for Salah where he had blood on his hands. It was a defensive error. You could say the best chance in that half was, again, the offside goal and Jota's header that maybe he should have at least hit the target. I think Robbo, as you guys said, had one of his better games. I think Robbo was a lot better. But still, how many successful crosses did Robbo put in today? None. Again, none. No successful crosses. Robbo, for me, had more finesse on his crosses than Trent. I think Trent had more, power and whip. But Robbo used to have like this finesse with his crosses, innit? He had that finesse where he almost kissed the ball. But like now, like it's like I'm counting in games. I think I'm on like maybe game 11 or 12 where Robbo actually hasn't put a mad cross in the box where you've gone like crosses that come to mind. The ones that opening day Salah couple years ago, or against PSG when he literally puts it on a plate for Sturridge, when you literally can't miss these type of crosses.
Would you say, and shout out Conway, would you say how much of that is the cross isn't quote unquote a good cross, or there isn't just anyone there? Like I
think it's a bit of both, because I think it's a bit of both, because we ain't got
and we ain't got like a Kane or someone who's sometimes he's putting in the cross. I'm like, who's we've got a 4 foot man. Them ones, unless it's on a man like the Jota one, or do you know what I mean? Or you're
that's what I was gonna say.
There. It's like, and even Jota, like these men are like, do you see what I'm saying? It's a bit.
Can
I just say,
Go on.
I want to say something. Who played in midfield for us? Fab. Against Villa.
Milner.
Gini.
See, this is the conundrum, right? Because on one hand, Finners is like our wing backs with that midfield were able to push up and actually play the game in which we know them to play and want them to play.
Well, it's how Klopp wants them to play, isn't it? It's how Klopp
and we and you pick that up, and this is why I'm like, right, he said that, but at the same time, when I first saw that midfield, I was like, well, who's the progressive ball carrier in this midfield? You know, the ones there. Who's either playing that progressive pass or who's bringing it? You know, them ones there. Who's bringing it up? We've got no real creativity. So then, when it started to pan out, I was like, well, this is. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Because there wasn't any. Yeah. I think that goes back to Denji's point when he's like, well, so it is a bit of like, I feel like we're not really getting the balance. I mean, I just want to put that out there.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, sorry. Go.
No. Finish. You know what? Go on.
Well, you know what? It makes sense because obviously, if you got Gini and you got like a Fab, say for instance, just protected in front of the back too, it enables the wing backs to push up. And simultaneously, if Bobby's on the field, he's going to drop deeper in that false 9, maybe that 10 position, innit? And I think that's the 3 positions where that we're expecting to create play from. And obviously, you know how Salah works. He likes a little 1-2. He likes to make the little runs. And the same can be said, except from like this season, Mane would take the ball on the left side and create a chance of his own. But we've not really seen that yet. So I feel like that's why our goal scoring has kind of dropped off a little piece. So I feel like Klopp wants the wing backs to obviously push forward and create the play, as well as Bobby dropping in to create like almost a creative triangle.
Yeah.
And then obviously for other people to feed off of, like the right wing and the left wing, obviously they can play the little 1-2s. You always see Trent and Robbo almost at the corner flag, ready to just cut the ball across the box. And I feel like that's the kind of tactics that he uses.
But do you know what I think? It's not even a counterpoint actually. I think just to add, to build on what you were saying, when we do that, there is no striker, unfortunately, because obviously you want Salah, you want Bobby to come and do his 1-2s of Salah.
And Bobby's so deep.
You want him to come deep. You want him to do all of this. But however, like the only way that all of this works in the working machine is if we actually, I'm talking with this defense that we have. If we want this to work with the makeshift defense, we have to almost go 4-2-3-1, where, you know, once you do bring on Mane and Firmino comes in and Bobby comes in, or maybe Jota goes in the 10, you know, when they sort of interchange, and we've got obviously Salah and Mane on the right, then that's when you have 4 man in the box when Robbo's got the ball and when Trent has the ball, because then the cross doesn't have to be pinpoint because you're matched for almost every defender in the box, so almost man for man.
I feel like that's why we slapped the hell out of Arsenal 3-0, is because we had all 4 on the pitch, utilising that exact 4-2-3-1 formation, what you want to see. And that's what I think most of the fans want to see, because it is effective. And it opens up a whole new creative position in that kind of front line. Do you know what I'm saying?
It makes us a little bit unpredictable, kind of what G says in how we play. We're not so predictable, I guess.
Because Bobby ain't getting no praise, but I think he deserves, like what Demo said. Bobby was on smoke. Even like when that ball come to him, he killed the ball and then chipped 3 man on the line. Like that was a very good finish. Because a lot of man would have just hit that as hard as they could. I know Salah would have hit that as hard as he could. Mane probably would have missed the target. You know what I'm saying?
So, definitely. I think you're right, man. Let me read that. It's comment actually. It says, bro, Bobby was on smoke first half. He was knitting everything together in our play. We definitely outplayed Villa and looked better than in recent Anfield games, just spamming crosses. I do agree with that to some extent. And I again say that the only reason we come out of that half without being on top as we should have been, again, is lack of clinical edge. It's our front line in some way or form. Do you know what I mean? I heard Callum say this, and I do agree. Our last 6 games at home we've lost, but we've only lost them by 1 goal. So we're asking our defense to be absolutely perfect, but we're not asking the same thing of our attack. And I was like, that is so true, because really and truly, if we've controlled 90% of those games that we've lost. Do you know what I mean? And if we'd slapped in, say, 2 goals, 3 goals, we wouldn't be sitting there talking. We wouldn't be. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so our defense, again, I think I had a stat where we hadn't scored minus penalties or own goal in 115 shots. That's ridiculous, bro. You know, them ones there, like it's crazy. So let's just move on. You know, to I mean, you said about that Bobby goal, and I do think that's a nice little segue. G, what's your thoughts on the old VAR thing, man?
Long story short, they need to just get rid of it, man. It's not really or if not even get rid of it, however they're using it, it's not working. So they need to pattern up and do something different to allow it to work and function in the Premier League, because the way they're trying to do things, they're overcomplicating the rules. They're adding new rules during the season, which I didn't know you were allowed to do. Like, it's too much just for kicking a ball. They don't really make sense. We don't need it. We don't need all of that VAR. And even football players, usually I would say, you know what, let's keep it. But football players are coming out and telling you they do not like it. They're the ones playing the game. That's like a worker going to work with his tools. He can't use the tools. Tools ain't working. I need something different. They need to fix it, man. They need to fix that.
Would you say that it's VAR or it's the people that are actually using VAR? Because
that's what I'm saying. The people, how they're using it is wrong. Like, they need to just change that up. VAR in itself, I guess it could work, obviously, what it was brought in for, but the way that these Premier League officials are using it, my bro, it is just some poor officiating.
Like, we ain't the only ones with VAR, but why is it such a calamity with us? I don't understand. Like, why are we so inept at doing our jobs? Like, what's going on?
I think it's just more pressure.
Did you see
the West Brom game?
The West Brom game, that one was worse. That one was worse.
That was crazy.
People complain about the McTominay Son one, but you look at that West Brom one, that was criminal. They didn't even get the line right. They didn't even get it right. Like, the line wasn't even on the edge of his foot.
Facts.
It's mad. It's mad, bro.
They seem to make it up. It's either straight or diagonal or just a bit behind the defender, so he looked offside, man.
Do you know what needs to make sense? The big thing is that there ain't even been fans in the stadium. So for them to install some sort of like horse racing style photo finish type camera, it's a minor for them. The Premier League is built on money. And another point, I'm just going to further, like, big up Conroy in the chat. He actually made a massive point, and I was unaware until he actually mentioned it, is that Holland, they have a 10mm margin for, say, for instance, that the call is so tight, the original decision then is ruled. So say, for instance, the referee calls onside and the margin is so tight, it sticks. If he calls offside, it sticks. And that's the thing. It's being implemented correctly throughout Europe, but when it comes to the biggest stage in the world, arguably, it's not being handled correctly. They can just throw money at it all they want. Like the people at Stockley Park, they can have all the guidelines on like A4 spreadsheets on the wall, but saying you can do this, but you can't do this. But unless they're all like drilled unanimously as a collective, all of the referees that are going to be using this software, and the thing is, like, you can't. The thing is, we know in the UK, it's an evolving process. It's fairly new to us, and obviously things are going to evolve. So that goes back to the statement that G made about why it gets changed. We understand that, we accept that as fans, but there needs to be consistency, and I feel like that's what frustrates the wider fan base, like of everyone that supports a football team, because there is a lack of consistency,
and there's no responsibility, I guess. Like, referees don't come out to do you know what I mean, give you some insight into why that decision was made, and they just fuck up the game and then just cool, see ya. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, I think that's really what pisses even managers. Managers ain't on the field playing, but they still come out and have some accountability, is the word I was looking for. They have some accountability for their players. Do you know what I mean? Certain players will come out. Rest don't have no accountability for some of the woeful decisions that they're making. I think that's really getting to us. Let me read some of these comments. Demo says that was it me or did Bobby look pissed after he scored? He was upset.
Yeah, he did. Pick him up for that. Pick him up for that. It's one of these ones.
Yeah, bro, I like some emotion.
I need that. I need
Give him some vim, like, you know, them ones there. It's a shame, man. It was so on. It was so onside. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't even understand. I was like, am I this dumb? How?
I don't think it was onside. I'll be real. I don't think it was onside. I think it was just level. I think it was like minorly level. Like, obviously, when you look at the arm, I just think this is stupid. This stuff here is stupid.
This is long
because,
thing, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It looked level. Like, I think level
should be onside. You should favour the attack inside. You should favour the attack inside. There's ex-managers, there's pundits. So many people are coming out and saying, like, I think as soon as the decision was called, Gary Lineker put it on his Twitter feed, was like, what the hell is actually going on? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
As far as the human eye can actually see physically, he was level. Therefore, you favour the attack inside and you give the goal. I mean, you know what? Yeah.
Crazy.
Had the goal been given, we could have ended up going we could have lost that game. You just don't know what could have occurred after the decision was made. So I'm thankful that the game turned out the way it did.
Yeah,
But
it's all good to say in hindsight. It's all good to say in hindsight, isn't it?
It would have been 10 times. If we lost
Fully.
that game or drew that game, that call would have been made 100 times bigger.
Same as West Brom. Same as West Brom. They slapped them in the end. So it's like, oh, calm, you know.
But if they didn't, that could have been a difference in them getting relegated.
We only played Villa this season because their season hinged on a poor VAR decision last year. They could have been relegated. That's the reason we're playing them this season.
Yes, man. Shout out Demo. Shout out Jasmine. He says sometimes they don't even pause the picture at the right time. Trust me, that's true.
The one at Leicester stands out to me. The one at Leicester, from the Madison free kick.
Yeah, for the Madison. Yeah.
That same energy. I'm sorry, I need the same energy.
Demo says it's so bad in England, Germany and Spain using this for years and never so much controversy. But England has all these issues. Definitely the people using VAR. It's the people in Stockley Park. They don't have a clue. I'm telling you. And it says, how do they even know when the player exactly passes the ball anyway? Bro, I just know that they're not doing a good enough job what they're supposed to be doing. You know them way there. So that's as much as
you can see when they when you can see them actually moving the line. It's like they're thinking, they're trying to. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're almost hesitant to move the line off and on the right place. And it's not an easy job. I'm not here to slate these people 24. We know it's not an easy job. If any of us was to do the job, I'm sure we'd struggle as well with the way it's been implemented. That's why I do think, even though there's a massive issue with the people at Stockley Park and who's behind VAR, I think the way it's been implemented is very dodgy as well. The way they've called it, so the rule of having it, being on the sleeve, and whether the player's leaning or not, that stuff there, you've now created a grey area for the people using it as well. Do you know what I mean?
And Jasmine says a good point as well. Why do they even measure from the sleeve? If somebody scores from the sleeve, that would count as handball.
That's true. Yeah,
that's true. Mad thing. Listen, I wanna go around real quick, right? Yes or no answer. Yeah. Finners. I wanna go around twice. Finners. Genie. Do we get rid? Yes or no?
The thing is, right? It's a no. It's a no. It's a no. There's a caveat. There's always a caveat. Look, yes, I feel like it's time for Gini to go because for me, I'd only really want to see him stay one more year, and I know we're not going to give him a 1-year bumper deal. So for me, I feel like the time's up, man. I think he's rode out the contract situation for far too long as well. He wants to stay, I believe. I think it really is in FSG's pocket, really. I think that's where the issue lies, but. So many conflicting reports, man. You just don't know what to believe when the media says it all, I'm sure there will come a time where Gini will front it up and say, look, this is actually what happened. Because I know he loves the Liverpool fan base. He is appreciative of everything that has happened, man. I know that.
Well, yeah, no, I agree, but we'll see, innit? Monts. Gini, does it go? Keep him.
Keep him, I say keep. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Keep him or go?
No, he can bounce.
So can I say why though? Can I say why?
We'll go into it. Second round. Naby, Finners, keep him or cut him?
This is a madness. I'm gonna say keep him.
Okay. Monts, keep him or cut him?
Keep.
Okay. G, keep him or cut him?
Bounce. You can bounce too.
All right. Monts, coming to you. Genie.
In regards to Gini, this is a bad season overall for Liverpool. So it's hard for anyone to look good who's played the most games in the Liverpool shirt in terms of, and I think he goes into that bracket of players who've been running to the ground. So, when everyone's playing badly and, the aura around the club isn't great, Gini Wijnaldum is not the man to lift us out of that grey area. And if you get his contract issue and slap it on top of the cake, it's going to make things even worse. Now, I think if Gini was given a 1-year extension and given the money he deserves, I think he sees out his contract. Or again, if we give him a contract extension so we can get some money for him the following year, I'm happy with that because I want to see the best of Gini when Van Dijk, when Gomez, and when we have a full working squad with the better version of Thiago, the Thiago that we signed, with the big boys behind us. And because again, next season is a reset. It's a hard reset. So for me, Wijnaldum can 1000% be a part of that team with a better all around the club and with more money to his name, the money that I think he deserves. I'm thinking about this from his point of view.
Richard,
give him 150 a week, double his money.
What if he wants one? And what length of contract would you give him?
And it's an extra year.
So what if he wants 170? What if he wants 170 in 3 years? This is his last big payday. Man's like, why am I going to sign?
Then he can cut.
So
that's essentially.
And that's where you stand, finish. Yeah,
same side as Monts there.
G. Kick it.
Who Gini?
Gene.
He can bounce, man. I feel like someone like him. Yeah, this season's been ever present. You know, I don't even look at his performances and like that because he's not that kind of guy. He won't pull out 8s every week, but he will put in a 6, 7 or more time. But I just think the contract situation, it's gone on for so long. You're not that good for me to sit there and think, man, if we lose Gini, man, he's not that good. We have better players, well, not even better players. We could easily get better players, or we can use what we have. He can go, man. I don't need that kind of energy at the club for next season. I need players who want to be here. You want to run down the contract, run it down. That's cool. But you do that in your time. We need to focus on the guys who really want to be here, want to make Liverpool great again, and we go.
I hear that. To retort some of those points, you see when we was talking backstage about Salah, and we was like, certain man try and rub him out because of his goals, and you can't really do that because like it's an important thing. Especially no season more so than this one has it been more important to have players that are available. Do you know what I mean? Reliable, that can actually play. There's been a couple of times where if we haven't actually had Gini, it would have been peak because yes, we've got other technically better players and that, but they were done out, such as Keita, or do you know what I mean? Or Thiago weren't done out in his own sense. He was a victim of a violent assault. But regardless, do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
There was
I
lack
hear you,
of
Fabinho
Fab
and
was
Henderson
missing.
in centre back as well.
I was just about to say Fabin in centre back, Henderson. So there was a times when it was like, wow, we actually need you. And at no point, regardless of how indifferent his performances were, did you ever think, oh, you know what, he might not be fit next game, you know, or he might not. I lie.
Yeah.
You knew regardless, Gini would be up there. You know them ones there. Again, I don't think, especially in a season like we're having now, that you can rub that out so quickly. You know them ones there, like a man. One of the best, one of the best abilities at the moment is availability, like they say, and he has been key. I will pick up on a point you said in terms of, I do think that he, in terms of like, he will give you 6s and 7s. I feel like Gini sometimes he's consistent but inconsistent in the sense of he is really consistent in terms of no one ain't taking the ball off Gini. His ball retention, mad. You know them ones there. We keep a lot of the ball because of him. However, 100%. I do feel that he's inconsistent in sometimes like his decision making in them positions. Like he's already weights the man off and got the ball. Now you want to do strength and do extra touches and you know them ones there. And then there's other times when then you know them ones there he'll overlap and get it and then be and you're like, oh, okay, you're actually quite, it is mad. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I do feel like he's inconsistent in those thingies. But I don't know if it's going to be that easy to replace Gini. Because you were like, oh, we could get someone.
Who?
You're right.
Man. I don't believe we can get someone as consistent.
You're right, G. We can. There are players out there that can replace Gini. Yeah. But we ain't a team that's just like, oh, what we need, what we got to need.
No breast, no back. That. Remember that.
Yeah. You know that one's there. We ain't a team like that, bro.
Hear what I'm saying to you. Okay, everything you just said, yeah. All of that just points to you're not like we're not really talking about how good is he for the team or not. We're just talking about his availability. If this season did not happen,
you didn't let me think. I mean, to be very honest with you, I'm going to pick up on Mont's point. I do think he's right. I think as a whole, we generally, because we've got Lengman in our side. Do you know what I mean? Most Salah's still top goal scorer, but he ain't having a great season, brother. You know them ones there, like Mane. Let's not talk about Mane in it. You know them ones there. Bobby's having an indifferent season, so we're all collectively not great. Do you see what I'm saying? And he too is part of that. However, there are certain games when I've been like, yo, he's been doing bits, and then there's some games when I'm like, brother, come off. You know them ones there. So like, and you cannot say that he don't have money in the bank with us. Like, man has been doing it.
I'm not sitting here saying, yo, like actively try to sell. Obviously, his contract's running out, so of course it's just a decision.
I hear where you're coming.
You're just thinking for the rest of the club. That's the
It's just the way I look at it is just to quickly summarize it, is that we need to move to a point at some stage of our career where we've gone from the team like Leicester City. You won the league once, okay, that was cute. So what are you doing to kind of move forward? And I just feel that, like, not to say Gini's a dead player. Of course, I would love to.
No, I hear what you're saying. I know, I get what you mean.
If he had 5 years left, calm. But right now, man, we can get someone else in, build, man. We need to kind of move on from the players that we've had like 10 years. Like, the team's getting.
No, I hear what you're saying, and with me, like, and that's why I asked you lot with that caveat, and I phrased it like that because I wanted to know. Listen, if Gini wants, I think he's worth 140, yeah, and because at the end of the day, we did bump him. Gini has been worth more than 70 bags. Like, let's be honest. I think his agent probably done, I don't know, his agent wants to slap in it because after Barcelona game, when he slapped in them 2 goals, man should have, you know, them way there, like, yo, let's talk in it. Like, I don't know what's going on. And so now I don't want it to be an Arsenal with an Aubameyang situation, in the sense of, like, we give him a contract based on what he's done as opposed to what he can actually now, do you know what I mean, give us going forward. If Monts said, like what Monts said, this is a hard reset, yeah? So we're looking to freshen up the team. You don't start. And there's a bag of combinations I could give you right now where man don't even start. Do you know what I mean? Be it Fab, Hendo, Thiago. You know what I mean? So I don't want to give a man a big contract to be then sitting on the bench for most of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? And like Mont said, if it is kind of 3-4 years like he would want, and I understand that, then no, because you know what I mean, it doesn't justify that. Where I have a problem as a club, that's Gini, the player and the person. What I have a problem with as a club is the way we're moving. We're moving whatless. Like, it don't make no sense. Your girlfriend, your missus, has said, listen, hear what I'm saying, yeah? I want a divorce. You're like, no, is there anything we can do? No. Like, I want a divorce, innit? I'm telling you, I'm leaving, innit? I'm going, innit? All right, cool. Why is she still got the keys to the best car in the crib? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is she rolling around? Like, I don't understand. Like, you have a bike, she should be riding.
She's still sleeping in the master bedroom.
My master bedroom, bro. She's still doing, like, do you know what I'm saying? She's still doing all, like, I don't understand. Like, man has said he's gonna leave, and you're still captaining us. Like, what is going on? Like, that don't make us. That's got nothing to do with Gini. Do you know what I mean? That's us as a club. Like, why are you still? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, things, and for not even like it's like a little thing, like, oh, like, even like if
minor.
We're back with another episode of Big Six Bants. Here's Finn's here on the show. It's his first time. Congratulations. In fact, it's his second time. We got G's in here as well. It's his debut for the channel. He's back. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, like, it's just one of them ones where I'm just thinking I don't understand what we're doing. And if it was for the Villa game, cool, but it's for a quarter final, bro. Like, what's going on in it? Like, mad. Let's move on to Keita. What you so you Finners thinks we should keep him. Monts thinks we should keep him. G doesn't. Yep. You go kick it. Why do you think we should get rid?
It's just his injuries. That's it. The ability, fine, can kick ball, but I just think.
Are you done with it?
Are you?
Yeah, I'm done with it. Nah, I don't need Ox. I don't need Joel. I don't need Naby. All sitting in the team, always injured. That's 3 players on decent money that are just chilling. That's useless. But you can all go. Let's get players who are reliable. As you said, availability being the best talent and all of that. That's what we need. These guys are never available. They can bounce, man.
That's very true.
Yeah.
A lot of people say squad depth, but you can't have squad depth with man. Yeah, what's squad depth with a man that's not reliable? Because when you really need him, he's going to be Brock. Do you know them ones there? Like, so it's mad. Monts, what do you want to say to that in terms of Keita? Because obviously,
I feel like I'm playing devil's advocate a lot today. I think
we got you on the show, brother. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What kind of show is it when everyone's just all like
the way I'm coming at it again? This is a write-off of a season. No one was saying this last season when everyone was doing well. As I said, when we get our hard reset and we get this, fair enough. But as I said, when we get the hard reset and everyone's doing well again, there's not going to be Ox complaints. There's not going to be Matip complaints, and there's certainly not going to be Keita complaints, because when Keita comes in to the team when everyone's doing well, he just fits into a cog of an already working machine. Same with Matip, same with Ox. He comes on and he looks really good. Same with last season. Ox was injured for a lot of last season, still our top goal scoring midfielder, because when he came on, the team was playing so well. Ox just added his dynamism into the midfield and he's scoring goals. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a problem when we're in a dire situation like this, which is very irregular. Do you know what I mean? Like, of course, stuff is, against the wall. Our backs are against the wall right now. Mane's a D-cut inverted nipple way. He's just folding in on himself. I understand it, fam. Like, I get it. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, take me seriously. Take me seriously.
I need to take these soundbites today. Oh my lord.
Hey, take me serious.
Hey, you man slap
Hey, take me serious.
Hey, man.
I'm just saying, some of the complaints that we have and the rash decisions we want to make, I think it's, part of that is because everything's just so down at the club and we're in the situation that we're in. I still say give it another season. If it's still like that when things are on top, then we can start making the rash decisions and really, after the hard reset, reevaluate. But yeah, ignore the, nipple thing.
That's fully how you feel. We have had conversations. Don't try it. All right, cool. Phillips, what do you want to say on KO?
You know what? Yeah. So the reason I think we should keep him, I don't even think it's we should. I think we will. I think that's what the case is. Yeah. I feel like we will keep him for the exact reasons why G wants to shot him, because he's injured. And the geezer, he might struggle to find potential suitors, especially like what? How long's he been with us now? 2 years, 3 years?
3 years, bro.
And how long was his contract when he signed?
He's been in 3 years, brother.
Yeah. And he was a 50.
No, you definitely have to go now. Nah, I thought you only been for 2. Nah, you gotta go, bro. 3 years. No.
We won't get no money off right now. We won't get no money off Keita. We need to make like next season with the hard reset. If you want to sell him after that, after having a decent season, but then again, if he has a decent season, you're not going to want to sell him.
Fully.
It's a hard one. It's difficult.
The way I see it, right, is you sign a player, however age, whatever, 5-year contract, yeah. So Naby Keita. Shout out JK, bro. But now seriously,
my guy, well gone.
So yeah, say for instance, Naby Keita, £54 million 5-year contract. Yeah, to me that says 10 and a bit mil per year. Yeah, so if he's wound down 3 years of the contract, for me, all he's worth is £20 million for FSG to recoup. So as far as I see it, yeah, that every single year he spends with us is a next 10 mil, isn't it? And for me, if he's winding down the 3rd season of his career at Liverpool, we should only really looking for like £20 million for him. Because A, he's injury prone. B, he's like 2 years from the end of his contract. He's young, so he's still got a ceiling, but he needs to find a team where, for me, I feel like the intensity works against him in this team. I feel like he could fit other teams, especially Premier League, even Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A. There's plenty of teams that he could settle in and actually light up the team. But for me, I feel like the intensity really, really has caused him major setbacks. And I think you know what? The way I see it is, I think we should give him at least until the end of the season. See if he can actually stay fit for the rest of the season. Make some appearances because we don't get to see much of him when he does play, and we're on form, and we got the full elite squad in. He does actually turn up. He's a good creator, and he's good on the ball as well.
No,
but the thing is, I side with G completely, and his reasons, they're valid. The reasons he wants them moved out are the reasons that the majority of the fan base are 6 months away from actually being wholeheartedly in that position. Like,
and we signed Thiago, by the way. And we signed Thiago, so it's kind of like
competition there. It's like, what are we doing with players like Ox?
In 2018, he signed an amazing 5-year contract. So yeah, man, 3 years, man.
So let's be fair, yeah. £20 million is all we could really hope to ask for Keita. Plus wages, obviously. I've seen links. Obviously, Leicester are supposedly interested in looking at Keita, but
they're trying to give us 2  elements.
I would love it.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Horrible.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Business like to
There's a handful of players at Leicester I'd take. I'd take Harvey Barnes. I'd take James Maddison. I'd take James Justin.
They will give you them as well, like, but they will give you them for real market. You ain't getting them.
Fully.
If I ain't seeing Yuri,
Leicester run their club exceptionally. Yeah. Like, they are a buy to sell model, but elite version. Like, we do it. The difference between Leicester and Liverpool is Leicester actually make the P, Liverpool use the players, and we get into the elite competitions. It's only until recently that Leicester's actually sustained like constant European football, but literally
we have been smart.
They'll fall out the top 4.
We have been smart with little things, obviously. Like we've been doing Bandulu 419ers on man, like Brewster and
Jordan Ibe,
Adam Smith.
People don't even know about Adam Smith. We shot him to Bournemouth for like £6 million.
Yeah, bro. We've been doing that.
Solanke was one of my favorites.
Kevin Stewart went to Hull City, £8 million, and we got Robbo.
It's crazy.
Unreal.
Even what's my man? I don't even think he should have gone. Is it Hoover? Hiver?
Diana Hoover. I think he would have been a good talent to have in the squad.
He definitely should have stayed over Nico. Is Nico Williams? Nico Williams is Welsh, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happy
birthday to him. It was his birthday the other day.
Yeah. Again, do you know what it is? It was he at one point when he did look all right, you know, I think it might have been last season, he looked all right, do you know what I mean? And obviously he looked quite energetic, you know, he's got the whole Jericho thing with Curtis Jones. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he looked all right, but for me, Herber looked more like Trent. He had more of a Trent about him. His whole, he doesn't really look that great at Wolves, I'll be honest. And now that they've got Semedo, it's like he's probably sitting there thinking, well, what am I doing here? And players like Morgan Gibbs-White that also plays for them. What am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? And he's a baller. Watch out for Morgan Gibbs-White. Pick him up. He is a baller. Do you know what I'm saying? But
right, guys.
Back to
all right, we've got 15 minutes before we get out of here. Listen, slap a like for any of those that still
smash the like, man.
And
hashtag Mane's an inverted nipple. D-cut. Inverted nipple.
Very quickly. We're going to spend long on this, but I want to go into tomorrow's game quickly. But obviously, loose talks on Mo. Again, very quickly, do we cash in on Mo?
No.
Man ain't even having it.
He's the great. He is one of the behind King Kenny. He's the greatest goal scorer we've seen.
Well,
done. I'm not holding arguments. I'm holding no arguments. Greatest goals to game record right now in Liverpool's history. In Liverpool's history, greatest goals to game record.
You know what, boys, as well? Imagine he was a clinical striker as well, bro.
He's not even a striker. Stop. We is not a striker. He's not a striker, and he's almost clinical goal scorer.
Really?
He's not clinical. Sorry, he's
sorry, my guy. Like, listen.
I'm gonna lose my head, fam.
Couple man them in the chat want to know what's going on, like, so I don't want to take it from my knee.
Right, cool. So in case everyone wants to know, so I had a root canal done 2 weeks ago. So obviously my tooth has been taken out. Next week I'm having my tooth put back in. I don't really want to show it to the whole world.
What's the
next week?
I had a root canal, and I can verify.
What's a root canal? What is that?
Oh, it's where they literally they take the whole nerve out your teeth with drills and thing, and then you got to wait 2 weeks for it to heal over. bruv. You do not want it. I sympathize with you, G.
Yeah, I definitely.
It's a madness. Literally, like, you got man like tooth out like that out the fucking chair. Excuse my language, but still,
it's painful.
I thought root canal was like a road or something, like a place. But first.
Going back to listen.
Nah, big up you for that.
We're gonna spend too much time on that. Salah is ridiculous, and he just needs around an arm around his shoulder to say, "Listen, you're that guy, innit?" I think people sleep on. I know you can't even forget the goals. Forget like the impact and all of that. Salah as a flipping marketable product is a mazine, bro. You know that there. Like
I was hoping you was gonna say this, innit? Because that's literally what twigged in my mind. I was like,
why do people talk about it with like Ronaldo or like Messi or like? I'm not talking about talent, bro.
I'm pretty sure Salah's converted. He's converted people to his I'm pretty sure he has. I'm pretty sure he's made racists like acceptable. Like they've almost converted their mindset.
You went to the box. Oh yeah, you up, mate? Yeah,
did you not hear the song? It's good enough for you. It's good enough for me. It's sitting in the monsters where I wanna be. I'm not hearing it. One of the best Liverpool songs. I'm sorry.
He's on smoke.
Trying to hear that, man.
All right, so we dealt with that real quick. We're gonna all pretty much, like I said, we're gonna be on time today because we've got the big game, PSG versus Munich. Quickly, let's go into some very, very quickly score predictions. G, where you go? We said
what, Munich PSG?
Yep.
3-2 to Bayern. Extra time. PSG will win on penalties.
Woo! I would love that. I'm here for that. What's what you saying?
Bayern, you see, let me just quickly say, Alaba and Kimmich are playing CDM. Them boys aren't ramping.
Yeah, they're not.
When them man go CDM, you know what FIFA where you put Ronaldo up front. You take him off the left and you put him up front.
Yeah,
you put him up front. Or when you're Liverpool on FIFA and Salah and Mane go up top, you go 4-1-2-1-2. You're 1-0 down and you go up top. That's what these men are doing. I'm telling you, Bayern are going to clap PSG's cheeks. I'm not hearing it. So I can't lie. But my prediction is still 1-1. I think they're gonna create, because Lawan's not there. You're gonna have all the possession. You're gonna have all the chances. But you see Navas, people don't know about Navas as a goalkeeper. The guy is actually nuts. He's actually nuts.
Shout out Nick Kane inside, man.
And Neymar. I think it'll be 1-1. And PSG will go through.
Okay, I like that. So Nick Kane saying Salah's a football force, even if you don't know Liverpool, which is mad. How do you not know Liverpool? Mad thing. But you know exactly who Salah is, but he's right. I do hear what he's saying. What's your score prediction for tonight, my G?
Listen, I reckon it's a 2-1 PSG thing, and I'll say that purely on the basis that Bayern Munich have got a bag of man out, like Gnabry's out. Obviously, Lewandowski's out. Like, I know they got a few squad players injured as well, man. And I just think, obviously, Keylor Navas, like Monts alluded to, man, the guy he is overlooked, man. It really frustrates me. You got to think, this goalkeeper is a 3-time winning back-to-back Champions League winner, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He dipped from Real Madrid, and now what? Where's Madrid? Well, I won't actually say that because I know that people in the chat might.
They're gonna click it.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Very nicely. That was such a very nice little segue. Finners, my guy. Boom. That brings us nicely to tomorrow, guys. What we saying, bruv? Like, it's techie, man. I was saying in my preview. Go check out the preview, guys, if you haven't. I'm saying, listen. They ain't man them there, but we got spirits. You know them ones there, like we got spirits, but we got the Shankly and the Paisley and them man there, like, bro, it's no little man thing, even if you go with no crowd. But all jokes aside, it isn't gonna be the fortress that, do you know what I mean, we know it to be, and that it would be if obviously it was pack out. So with that said, boy, it's half time. What's going to be the full score? Do you think we've got enough to go over the line, or do you think I'll kick it off. I personally think we're going to win the game but I think we'll go out. I think we'll win the game 2-1. But I think they will inevitably get.
That's where I stand, brother. That's exactly where I stand. I feel like this game, is so important that we give a mature account of ourselves and we actually battle. But I just think like the defensive two are just too inexperienced to hold up against like Champions League standard. Like the thing is, we could literally pap them, but I just think like they will get that away goal. And I really, really, really do think that we just don't have the impetus in our squad, unless like the front three in the midfield are just on smoke and like perform like the best game all season, like do a 7-0 jobby like we did against Crystal Palace.
I really think struggle. Hey guys, get your predictions in the chat and I'll read them out, man. Get your predictions in. I want to know what you think.
Demo Gray knows about the Shaolin soccer goalkeeper as well. That keeper was a next man.
Yeah.
Serious.
Monts, my guy, we saying, bro? Give me some.
Why you gotta be saying my name like that? Y'all know I ain't confident about this, bro. What you gonna do? Like this ain't. I ain't here for all this.
I'm with the hype, then I might just gas, man. You know them.
No. It was serious.
What?
I'm in agreement with you. I think we will win the game, but I feel like the defense is like what Finn said, it's just a little bit too inexperienced for us. I do want us to do a demolition job because right now I've got some, I have natural hate for Real Madrid, but I feel like I'm getting vibes that Courtois is going to be on a mad seats. Courtois is going to turn into what's his name from Galactic Football, the goalkeeper. I was about to say Marco Weiss. He's the winger. But the keeper from Galactic Football, he's just doing a Mazzoline. He's just doing a Mazzoline. Like, I feel like that in the second leg, these goalkeepers just tend to turn into the prime form of their life. So, do you know what? If Mane don't start, we win this game. I said it.
Smoke.
I'm gonna go through. I said it.
I agree. Smoke.
I said it.
G, what you saying about tomorrow, man?
Yeah, I'm the same as you guys. I think we'll win on the day. I'm confident that we'll actually go out. That's mad to even say. I feel like we'll just go out. They would have too much. Their defense ain't keeping a clean sheet. So we're gonna go.
I'm gonna get grabbed on big Six Bants.
Nah, no one.
We'll be there to support you, bro. We'll come back to you.
Like the big man that want to chat to you are Arsenal, man. Tell him to, hey, bro.
Can't take that too.
You man don't know what it's like. It's the doghouse in there.
Yo, let me. Hey, listen. I was supposed to even. That's how you know I'm a madman. I was supposed to start off with that. Shout out my dog DMX, man. R.I.P. DMX.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to the king. To the king, man.
Wow, they can't chat to man. We're talking about. Whilst I want to get your thoughts on a comment real quick. Whilst I read out people's scores. Don't say nothing. Just formulate. Just have it marinated. Grealish to Liverpool. So Marquez says 1-1. I think. Yeah, he probably right. Finners. Nat does not approve. Come on, man. Hear what this guy has to say. Here we go.
Demo's killing me.
3-0.
Demo's an energetic guy, bro.
I'm telling you, I need this brother. I need Bridget. Everyone needs Bridget like Demo. Trust
Demo
me.
Defo predicted 4-0 at Barcelona at home a couple of years ago.
Man come like man said Monts. Nat sees and hears you too. All right, my guy.
Let's hope he sees and hears Vinicius. That's
it.
Yeah, me.
Oh Lord.
Hey, John Watt. John Watt.
Don't play with me, boy.
Hat-trick. My Lord. Okay.
Nah, but big up Demo for real though.
Nah, big up Demo. Trust me. All right, boom. Let's end this with Jack, my man Jack. Hey, short socks, bruv. Let me just listen. If I see Jack in the short socks on a just sourcing, man, yeah. Oh my Lord, bro. Oh my Lord. That's what I think about it. I'm not gonna get too excited. I feel about Jack. Shout out Coppish, man, and anyone that watches Coppish. I feel like about Jack, how Callum feels about Neto. Hey, trust me, bro. It is a madness. It's one of them ones where I just know it ain't never gonna happen. But if it ever could, if it ever did, bro. Oh my God, Jack on the left. Oh my ladies. Like running on the doing what?
You said Jack on the left, so Mane not on the left.
100.
That's starter. I said, whoa, when Jack is hey, nah, but you know what it is as well? It's the versatility, because this is what we're saying, yeah? Let's be honest, Monts, all jokes aside, me and you are on this Mane needs to sit down vibe, yeah? But I speak for Monts in terms of it is not to do with talent. It is not to do with talent. Man is just done out, absolutely done out, and he needs a rest. And the thing is, we know he needs a rest now, and we know that he ain't doing nothing progressive in the game, or not what he
came on against Villa, lost the ball twice, and missed a 1-on-1.
But this is what I'm saying, yeah, is we know he ain't what he used to be, but we need him so much in the team that he still can't get the rest now. We need someone who can actually say, "Yo, it's cool, you know, down, I've got you." You know that? And let's be honest, like you said, as soon as your eyebrows went up, G. He ain't even like he's a queen. Man can move. You get me? Oh, yo, man is cool. Yeah, boom. Number 10. You get me? Like, boom, to the cap. Like, wow. Hey, don't get me. I'm actually dribbling.
Shout out Neto and Trezeguet, by the way. Obviously, Neto done his ACL, so obviously,
bro,
out to him.
Yeah, and Trezeguet, man.
And Trezeguet, I was actually like telling him to get up at one point because I was thinking, what's going on here? But then I realized when you saw his face, when he went down. You realize that's that something ain't right. Look, do you know what I'm saying? Something is wrong that he knows or he's probably had before. So again, thoughts to him and hopefully speedy recovery for both of them.
Finners, what's your thoughts?
Jack Grealish to us.
Yeah, man.
I feel like for the English tax and all of the price that might be demanded, there's a couple man out there available still. Like the thing is, how much more would it cost us to push for? Like on a real, like I could imagine Villa asking for something silly like 80 or 90 million. Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something. Yeah,
go on.
I think Jack Grealish is worth 70 million, brother. I'm not even.
The thing is, if it weren't for his kind of his niggly injuries, his shin injuries. Yeah, and another thing as well, he's got an ill-disciplined record. Man picks up so many bookings for the game times that he gets. Like, check it out when you get spare time. My guy gets bookings so often, and he's a forward player. It's not like he's in the midfield doing break-up plays, stopping the counters. My guy's just lashing out, kicking out. And outside...
When you get fouled as much as he does,
I was just about to say, he's a most fouled player as well. Brother, man are hacking man down. He's got super
I know.
When the sauce strips off you, man are slipping, studs are all over the place, bro. You know them ones there?
Yeah. You can't deny his ability. You cannot deny it, but there's stuff
right. The injury record is a bit...
I feel like do you know what as well? We're sort of a really good club for someone like of that ilk to come to because we will mature that out of him. We would we would say, you're at Liverpool, you know who you need to be, look up to the people like Stevie G, whatnot, look at how they carry themselves, and this is what we're going to mold you into. Like, it's the same can be said for James Maddison, I feel. Like, my favourite player would to come would be James Maddison. Like, I love James Maddison. I would take Maddison over Grealish, definitely.
Right. Monts, like Maddison or Grealish for you?
Like the money. I'm sorry, but like the money that they'll pay, that we'd have to pay for Grealish, you might as well just go and get Kane. I'm confused.
This is what I'm saying.
Like, why? Do you see what I'm saying?
He's on 100 back.
But let's be honest. Grealish is costing 80 mil minimum. Like, that is a fact. He's costing 80 million minimum. If Rice and them are costing 50, 60, and Slab and Maguire is costing 80, Grealish is costing 80 mil. Let's not get it twisted. But if I had the choice between the two, I would have said at the start of the season, I actually would have said Maddison But Maddison's injury record for me is something that
Kane gets injured, Grealish gets injured.
Nah, but you see,
these men all get injured.
Shout out Matt from Coppish. You see Kane, 25 goals. What? You see what I'm saying? Like, Kane actually still completes 30 games a season, and for me, that's enough because you've still got players that can come in. We got man that can come in from when he's not there. We're good enough without Kane anyway. Now, of course we are. So. You know, I would lean more towards Grealish, but I do think Lingard has been better than both of them this year. If you want to hear that.
Idiot.
I'm sorry. We can't hate on Messi Lingard. I'm not trying to.
I'm not having
fam.
I'm not having him on my channel talking mad about Lingard.
I'm sorry,
like,
fam.
He's in a bit of good form.
Give the man. No, give the man. I'm sorry. Give the man his props, man.
Hey, G, talk to me, man. What are you saying?
Can I just come at you with some stats quick time? Some real quick stats, yeah? So Harry Kane, I've just checked this out. Harry Kane has had 115 shots, this season. What percentage do you, man, think that he's converted his chances?
75.
60.
Like,
scored, like...
Oh, scored.
Bearing in mind, Mo Salah is at 29% conversion rate.
Well, probably like 40-50%.
Yeah, I'd probably say like 40%.
G?
You said Salah's at 29, so less than 20?
21% conversion rate.
You said it's less than Salah. Yeah.
Salah's.
It's less than, of course, it's less than Salah's. And people say that Salah's not clinical. This is my problem. That Harry Kane's conversion rate is 8% lower than Mohamed Salah.
Don't play with me, boy. Don't play with me.
BBC Sport. Go and check it out, guys. It's available.
Where's my phone?
What you said in terms of who you bring in?
I'm calling Ethan. Shout out Ethan. I'm calling Ethan. Calling Ethan, thanks.
Because of the money, I would probably go. No, I'll go Grealish. I'll go Grealish still. I'll go Grealish.
And I'll tell you another caveat. Another caveat about Harry Kane is that he's had 115 shots this season. That is a wide portion of Tottenham shots. So if Kane came into our team, he'd be taking shots away from Mane, away from Jota, away from
He can
Salah.
take shots away from Mane. He can do that. That's fine.
I was just about to say, he can do that.
He can do that. He can do that.
But he's not the most clinical. He's definitely not as clinical as Jota or Salah. Jota's conversion rate is 29% as well.
Are we talking this season? Or are we talking just is this for this season?
This season.
Oh, Ethan, when you see this, I'm on you, rude boy. I'm on you, rude boy. I'm on you, Tanya. I'm on you.
Six Bants, because I know you're gonna use this certain man. Shout out Demo Dre. He says Jack walks on water, bro. Easily worth 70+ mil, brother. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. Trust me. Man said, wow, mad the itis is tricking us all, believe me. Hey, listen, it is that time, and we got that game to go to. Listen, I want to just shout out everyone that's that's inside watching, who's dropped a like, who's been commenting. Demo, you've been on Smoke today, Shay, everyone, man. Very, very quickly, guys, what league are farmers leagues in Europe? I think the French league, to be very honest with you. Germany. One league that you I'm gonna go on very quickly. Finn.
For me, I genuinely think that Germany is overhyped. Overhyped Germany. Overhyped.
You got a point. Monts?
For me this year it's Italy. Serie A. Farmers League this year.
Bro, they've been banging, bro.
No, Inter Milan couldn't even get out of the round of 16. And they're bossing the league. Come on.
And they got some old man in that league, but okay, I get you.
Quagliarella.
Bundesliga.
Bad boy though.
Bundesliga, yeah. All right, so there you go. There's one for my Shay. Listen, guys, man, thanks ever so much, bro. I want to just shout out my right hand man, Finn. Monts, the guy was absolutely smashing it today. Trust me, dog. And make sure you're going over to Big Six Bants because he's going to be cooking, man. Believe me. Now he's putting out.
Oh, I could be getting cooked today. We don't know either one. They will be cooking.
Cooked, bro. You're gonna follow at me, and I'm coming on, and I've got you know them way there. And my guy G, man, so much for coming, bro. I really hope you've enjoyed yourself. And
big up yourself, man.
When man's got the dentals already, Zimmy. Yeah.
When I got the dental, I'll be smiling next week, Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man.
Listen, thank you for coming, man. And please make sure you guys are going over to Scousers in London and showing them some support, man. Boom, guys. Let's go and enjoy the football. Thanks for chilling with us. Saint LFC gang. Out.
Boom.